Hello, welcome back to Cal's Market Company. My name is Cal Sinez, and then we're going to do a brief review of the MakerBox sketch. So, final result of this printing process, not that bad. I do love it. I like the process, how it actually handled the sketches, and also how it handled the printing process too as well. So most of the areas I thought there will be like warpage at the bed print, but right now not that bad. It did very well, so I'm very happy about that. And right now it's printing some areas too as well, which is the array system. Right now this is like a series of printing some of the items I wanted. So this is like manufacturing. Then also did this one too as well, which is my favorite one of all, is this guy. So it did very details onto it. So I'm gonna do a little close up. So not that bad, but there's a few stringings, which I guess you have to fix that on the printing process. This is as fast as it can go. I did about 100 RP or rate per minute, and it's supposed to do that apparently, but right now I don't see that happening right now. So I guess this is the only speed it'll do, which is fine by me. It just depends like what you're printing right now, which I'm doing right now is the the just few basic manufacturing parts and components. That's all I can do for now, but I'm not sure if it can actually do prototypes on this fused deposit material. We'll see how it goes from there, because I wanted to try out some larger components on this printer to see how it can actually handle those ones. So that's one thing I'm going to give my input on that one. So that's one thing I'm going to give to right now. The setting right now on the controllers, it did very well. That's great news. Connection, not that bad actually, except for the Ethernet cable. I tried putting the IP address for that for the MakerBot software, but it doesn't actually read it for some apparent reason. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Um, Even though I changed the cable itself, it still does the same thing. It could not find the IP address. So it might be different on you guys' side. If you actually have something else a little more different, that's okay. And then also the connection with the Ethernet, that's okay too as well. At least it actually does some updates, so that's good news as long as you have some farther cables. Another one too as well is the Wi-Fi system. I haven't tried that yet, so I'm gonna try that one to see how well that will work. Apparently, let's see how that goes from there. It does what it's supposed to do, just pause, stop. It does everything else. It does the USB drive. It actually does the connectivity too as well. So, but except for the connection for the internet, that's one of the big issues I do have with this printer right now. So that's one thing. So, and also too as well with the entire assembly, disassembly, it is easy. So the bed frame was easy to actually disassemble it. That's good news. And it did give out a warning too as well. So for a hot. I was able to touch it, so that's okay with me. That's all right. But if you actually have something that's very hot, let it cool down for about 5 minutes, and that way you can actually have it to touch it, to actually open it and touch the table. Just use some pliers down below, which I previously showed the video before that. Just use pliers just to pry this out. The only issue I have with this print bed was that it wasn't very strong to actually hold itself. Because whenever I try and move this platform on the removable bed, it tends to lose its grip. So it's just lost everything else. Just went going pulled forward too much. So I kind of want like a smooth, fixed bed onto it. Apparently they use a rubber tramway, or I think it was like a rubber, I don't remember what it was, but they use it for those to actually pull this bed around. But it's not the very strong and sturdy. Just as long as you be careful with this thing. I kind of want to damage the motor of it. That's one of my big issues with this printer itself. So, but also the filament, not that bad. I do love this color of the filament. I'm not sure what type it is. I looked online to see where it came from, but again, I had to do some more research onto that one too as well. Now, can you put masking tape and glue onto here? Yes, you can. So this print bed is removable. So if you want to if you have like over time exposure, which is like excess glue or tape contaminants, which is right there. Yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna zoom in. That was the masking tape that I was using onto this printer. You can remove those ones, so that's okay, because this is a tougher printing bed system. So razor blades, I rather not use it on here. It's very fragile. So if you do have a masking tape, all you just do is just pry it open, and it'll just come off, and you have like limited amount of like masking tape. But for the blade itself, I rather not use it, which you saw in my previous video. Make sure you actually use the recommended tool, which is this guy right here, this little spatula. It's not that very strong as it is, or not that very sharp at the end of it, so it's not that very useful. But again, it does what it's supposed to do, just like remove it. The only thing I was having trouble was the bed platform, so I'm guessing the Z height was not that bad. But again, this has done very well. Everything else is okay. Everything else is printing all right. It's just maybe these ones, maybe do these ones right now. Haven't do any more of the other items yet, so we'll see that later on. Which is like printing in one place, what type of project you can use, and how big can I print it off of this printer right away. So I just have to like calculate my time with the material, which I have the blue filament and another filament. So let's go from there. But yeah, I have no issues with this one now. Just a few design details of it, like the motors in the back, which it should have been right here. I do like that one way much better than the other way around. And then the bed frame, kind of be careful with that one too as well. So that's one thing I'll give you a heads up on that one. But then at the same time, it's doing very well. I think the software is the biggest one. Is the issue, since it's using the older version of the MakerBot software slicer. They're using the new one, which is called the iCloud slicer for MakerBot. So I think that's the reason why the IP cannot connect to it. So I have to like figure out how. Or I will do some more research to see how well it actually handled that one. So, but if you do have some, if you have gotten to it with an internet cable, if you can connect it, great. Let me know. But if not, then I think I have to do some more work on the iCloud to see what's available on that one. So that was my homework. But yeah, but that's all I have for my response for this printer. Hopefully you guys do like this printer. I do love it. I like it. That's not bad. It's better than my other original monoprice mini printers, which is these little guys right here. So those ones were not working very well. So I don't know what to do with those ones. But again, I think I have some good projects for them. But again, this one's way much better because of the larger printing bed frame. So I got this guy to print all the way up. And this guy can actually do a limited amount. So this is how tall it goes up. That's about 4 inches. But I think it can actually do a little more farther than that. We'll see how it goes from there. It depends on the simulation slicer. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have for now. Give you guys a heads up on this one, and that's it. Like it, subscribe. I'll go from here. Goodbye.